Hey everyone, and welcome to EduSpark. If you're getting ready for the JEE or NEET exams, you know that the pressure is absolutely real. But what if a lot of that pressure is coming from, well, myths? Today, we are going to cut through all that noise and bust the biggest misconceptions that could be holding you back. So let's dive right in.
It's no secret, right? This whole journey can feel like you're in a pressure cooker. There's just this flood of information, endless strategies, and so much conflicting advice, it's easy to feel totally overwhelmed. But you know what? You're not alone. And that's exactly why we're here, to help you sort through the chaos and find some real clarity.
First up, let's talk about the myths that are probably the most damaging because they're the most personal. These are the ones we tell ourselves about what we're capable of and what we think it really takes to succeed.
Okay, this is a big one. This idea that you have to be some kind of born genius or a perfect student from day one to even have a chance. But the truth is, that's just not how it works. Success isn't about being a topper from birth. It's really about having a smart strategy, putting in consistent effort, and getting the right kind of guidance. That's what levels the playing field.
Ugh, this next one is a huge mental trap. We think, oh, if I just compare myself to that person, it'll push me harder. But most of the time, it just creates a ton of anxiety and self-doubt. The reality is, everyone is on their own unique journey. The real key is to focus on your progress. Celebrate your small wins. You should be competing with who you were yesterday, not with somebody else today. That's how you build real, sustainable motivation.
Now that we've talked about the myths you tell yourself, let's get into the myths about the process. This is where some of the absolute worst advice loves to hide.
Ah yes, the legend of the 18-hour study day. It sounds super dedicated, I get it, but it's actually a recipe for disaster. Pulling all-nighters and sacrificing sleep just fries your brain. It makes it almost impossible to remember things and focus. Seriously, good quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's a core part of a smart study strategy. It's a non-negotiable.
This one is so common in the digital age. Look, one-shot videos are awesome tools, but they have a very specific job: revision. Just think about it for a second. If it takes a good teacher maybe 15 or 20 hours to really explain a complex topic, how can you possibly master it from zero in a 3-hour summary? You can't. They're meant for reviewing what you've already learned deeply, not for learning it for the very first time.
And here's another common trap: the idea that more is always better. It's so easy to think that if you just solve hundreds and hundreds of mock tests, you're guaranteed a top rank. But just grinding them out without thinking leads to burnout. The real magic isn't in the number of tests you take, it's in how well you analyze them afterward. Digging into every single mistake, that's where the real growth happens.
Hey, just a quick pause. If this is helping you clear things up, and I hope it is, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for EduSpark. We've got more clear, no-nonsense guides just like this one coming your way. All right, let's keep going.
So, we've covered myths about you and about the prep process. But what about life after the exam? Let's tackle some of the biggest myths about what it's actually like to get into one of these top colleges.
This is a massive fear for so many students, right? Does getting into your dream college mean you have to basically say goodbye to friends, fun, and all your hobbies for the next 5 years? Well, let's see what a real topper has to say about that.
And there you have it, straight from Tanishka, NEET AIR 1. This quote is so important because it just completely shatters that myth. She makes it super clear that, yeah, you study hard, but college life is also vibrant and fun. You celebrate festivals, you have parties, you go out. A social life isn't just possible. It's a real and crucial part of the whole experience.
And building on that, there's this other myth that you have to give up everything you love, music, sports, dance, whatever, to just focus on your books. The reality is actually the opposite. So many toppers continue with their hobbies because those activities are what help them relax and avoid burnout. A balanced life is a successful life.
And what about after you graduate? There's this idea that your degree locks you into just one career path for the rest of your life. But let's take MBBS as an example. Graduates don't just become doctors. They go on to become civil servants, top-tier researchers, they found startups, they become educators. You have to remember, your degree is a launch pad, not a cage.
So we have busted a lot of myths, we've talked a lot about what not to do, now let's put it all together. If we ignore all that bad advice, what's the actual actionable strategy that really works?
Okay, this is it, the myth-free approach. Number 1, it all starts with mastering the concepts. Deep understanding is your foundation. 2, targeted practice on the types of questions you'll actually see. 3, and this is so important, learn from every single mistake you make. 4, actively work to calm your mind and manage that exam anxiety. And finally, number 5, prioritize self-care. Good sleep and nutrition are absolutely non-negotiable. This isn't just a list, it's a whole framework for smart, sustainable prep.
If you take away just one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. This is the golden rule. When your understanding of the concepts is rock solid, even the problems that look super complex and scary, they become so much easier to handle. Focus on building that strong foundation, and trust me, everything else really will start to fall into place.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's one myth you are going to stop believing starting today? Give it some thought, because changing your mindset is the very first step toward changing your results.
And that's a wrap on busting these JEE NEET myths. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped clear things up for you, a like is always appreciated, and definitely subscribe to EduSpark for more explainers that help you prepare smarter, not just harder. We'll see you in the next one.